So life moves on, and the sun, from our point of view on Earth, moves around us and has now moved on into a completely different season. And we're into the fall season in the Northern Hemisphere, the spring season in the Southern Hemisphere, as the sun is right over the equator, right? It's that total balance every year, happens twice. In the Northern Hemisphere, we're entering towards winter, so this is the equinox, the fall equinox, and the sun is going into gateway number 46. And so each of these shifts is consequential. And we're now touching into one of these yellow spokes in the wheel, the one on the right-hand side of the chart. And 46, you'll see there, is the gateway that's colored in yellow, and the corresponding pagan festival is Mabon, or Mabon. The lower trigram of the hexagram has changed. Now, we've been in broken, solid, broken, water, danger, Khan, deep within the deep. And now we've moved into the hexagram where the bottom trigram is sun and wind, the broken, solid, solid. We're still in the yin half of the wheel, all the way up until we get to number 1 there. Then it all changes over to a yang background to everything. So yin, receptive, is the foundation of the trigram for wind and the bottom trigram for 46. 46 has broken, broken, broken on the top, which is the symbol for earth. So earth on the wind. But we have the 46, which is the gateway of serendipity. And in the I Ching, the 46 is the gateway called pushing upward into heaven. Right? I call it the gateway of serendipity. But let's just look at this. Pushing upward into heaven. What is the symbology there? It's like a little shoot. And here's the earth. And the little shoot is beginning to appear through the earth. Now, it doesn't know it's a grass seed and it's only going to grow to 3 inches. It's onto heaven. It's on its way. Right? It's taken off. So the 46 has this huge push within it for all of us. And we see in the human design that it's very much related to, it's one of the love gates. So we're moving into the vessel of love, but this is a particular love of the temple, love of the body, love of the vehicle, the conveyance, and all its attributes that carry us through life. So a very, very powerful gateway, the 46. It's a changing of the season. And you'll notice all the hexagrams following here, they're all colored in blue, indicating they're all in the same center in the human design chart, which is the spleen center. So we're entering into the season of health and well-being and reacquainting ourselves with what it is the body really does need to function so well. How are we in life? And the spleen center, very, very particular. I see it as one of the 9 centers. It's one of the centers that has given us an opportunity to morph from 7 to 9 centers. I would say originally, it was the fear of survival, fear of, I'm not going to make it. And as we move into the Aquarian age, getting more and more comfortable, I've got everything taken care of. I can manage it. I can find my way through. I don't need to live in a constant state of survival. I mean, that is the precept as we go into the Aquarian age. I know a lot of people are not quite in that state, but that is what it is we're moving towards, 1,000 years of peace and prosperity. We just have to kind of persuade a few dinosaurs to give up, doing their stupid stuff, out-of-date stuff, and to recognize, this is a season of love. This is a planet of love. Love is the only thing going on in this whole universe here. So the 46 is about being acquainted with our body, being comfortable, at home in our body, whatever it is that body is doing for us, however it's performing. So I call it the gateway of serendipity, which allows us to be in the right place at the right time. The 46, literally, if you have the 46 in your design, you'll know wherever you go, the eyes are drawn to you. Can't help yourself. It's like, who is this person? What's going on here? What are they bringing with them? Right? Because you bring that quality of the little shoot that's going on its way to heaven. It's like, this is the possibility. You're onto something. And so serendipity, right place, right time, but the magical quality for all of us, right attitudes. right? All of us know what it is to have a bad attitude and a good attitude. And I say good because you're ready for anything. Bad attitude, you're ready to dismiss everything, right? I don't want to be here. I just want to hide out somewhere. And the 46, as I say, it draws the eyes. So it's just that thing. Out of the 64 hexagrams in the human design chart, I see this as the one that pertains to luck, good fortune. Right place, right time, that's already a great possibility. But the fact that you've got the right attitude, I'm ready for whatever life wants to give to me here, whatever is on offer, right? That's the magic of the whole thing. So let's move forward and have a look at the personal life theme of the vessel of love. Now, I began these series in hexagram number 15 at the bottom of the wheel, two yellow stripes back, right? The 15, the gateway of love of humanity, love of everything in existence, love of nature, a gateway of great trust, and also in the same life theme of the vessel of love. But the 46 gives a very different quality to this love. And I'm saying it's love of the physical, love of being in the body, love of having this extraordinary experience in a physical form on planet Earth. You know, we got a little neighborhood around us, the planets, you know, we got all the stars around us. And we're in the middle of it all, and we have access to be able to move around and do things. And the 46 literally, as I said, it gives us that opportunity to have extraordinary experiences, provided we're ready to engage with whatever life wants to give us. Anyone that has the vessel of love, basically we've got the 46 on one side, which I've been talking about, the 25 on the conscious earth, the 25 grounded in this gateway of innocence, right? It's just pausing for a moment. All of us are born innocent. We do. We come in. Maybe we have great expectations, but we're born innocent. And we have some kind of a childhood and we have some kind of upbringing. But we're totally innocent to start with. Yes, you could say in the chart there are certain factors in our human design chart that are going to make us correspond or interact with life in particular ways. But at the core of things, we're innocent. And, you know, we go through a life engaging with all kinds of complications and interactions and stuff. But by the time we're here to check out at the end of our life, we can't take anything with us. You know, maybe some memories are stored within us to take into some other dimension. But we go out in a state of innocence. You know, what was that? What was this life thing that had just happened to me? And so again, you know, the vessel of love always reminds us of that innocent quality, that childlike quality. Yeah. On the unconscious sun side, we have the 15, and this is the gate of humility, modesty, trust. The 15 is exemplified by having time for everybody, like nobody's more important than anybody else. It's like just that sensation, love of humanity, love of life itself, love of the pulse of life, and everybody one meets along the way, all those possible interactions and things. And then the 10, this 10, the gateway of behaviors, the one that's called treading on the tail of the tiger, you know, as a example of, well, suddenly there's a challenge in your life. What are you going to do with it? You know, are you going to run for your life or are you going to engage with it? And it's just that attitude. Again, if the 46 is in a really good space and just say, I'm ready for whatever life wants to bring, then the 10 immediately can engage and just see, here's something for me. Here's a challenge. Here's something that can cause me to grow in my life. So the 46 is in abstract circuitry. It's in having the experience. It opens up the whole experience of this season of healing and health and well-being. And the great thing is to be at home in our body. That's the great thing. And to recognize you have this life theme of the vessel of love. You are an ambassador for love. And you'll know this about yourself. Wherever you go, you know, you help people get it together, you know, they can relax a little bit around you. You bring that quality of love, that it's all right, everybody. We're all having this experience here in one way or another. We're all having our own unique experience. And people with the life theme of the vessel of love, they can bring that quality of soothing and good accompaniment, you know, to whatever it is that's going on. The sun moves on into the fourth line of the 46, And here we are in the fixed life theme of serendipity. And what has happened on the unconscious side, we've slipped the unconscious sun into the 52, the gate of mountain and stillness and that calm, that inner calm within. And the 58, the gate of joy and celebration, if you will. And I always say about the 58, it's at the beginning of this whole sequence of things that we do in our life. And it basically says to us, why do anything if there's no fun in it? Find the fun in whatever it is that you do. And so serendipity is just, I'm available. I'm available to whatever it is life wants to offer me. I'm prepared to be influential, as all four lines can be, and just point out to people, yeah, there's a great possibility in life in being open to whatever hand of cards we get given. How are we going to play them? And the bottom line is, be wherever you are. Trust yourself in that space. So then it moves on into the interpersonal life theme of healing. So I've said, the following gates are all going to be in the spleen center, which has everything to do with our sense of well-being, health and well-being, our alertness. Are we taking care of ourselves? Are we looking out for ourselves? So this particular life theme, it happens 4 days out of the year, 2 days at this time, 2 days in the spring. And just to see, it's a magical life theme, in that it brings this quality of healing into the world. Again, sun in the 46, the fifth and sixth lines of it, which is really engaging strongly, but the fifth line also has this possibility to offer teaching or conveyance of what well-being is all about and what presence is all about. And then the 25 with the fifth and sixth lines is also that thing of really looking at how does innocence or an innocent approach to life, a clear slate, how does that enhance our life journey? And then the 52, moving on through the lines of the 52, this quality of stillness and calm and quiet. And the 58, this gate of joy, of being involved in life in ways that bring great fun, great celebration. I know a number of people with this particular life theme, and they're all very dear to me in one way or another. And what very often happens for them is that they don't necessarily know that they have this quality of bringing healing wherever they go. And I tease them sometimes and say, you can go to a doctor's office and there's a waiting room and all kinds of people there. And you walk in one door, and by the time you walked out the other door on the other side, everybody in the room has had some kind of healing taking place. Just that's the quality of energy you bring with you, that stillness, that joyfulness, that innocent quality, and that serendipity of being really close and in touch with the body, and seeing that the body is always in the state of bringing us the possibility of evolution in consciousness, of growth. So healing, this quality that very often people with this particular life theme, they don't really know what it is that this quality is until in some way they are challenged in their own health or in the health of somebody that's really close to them. And then they have this capacity to go really deeply into, what does this person, or what do I need to bring about a complete resurgence of health and well-being? What's needed there? Let me explore. Let me find out all the different techniques and possibilities and formulas and herbs and healing modalities. And just it enhances that whole energy around them. So they can be very sick themselves, or they can have somebody around them that's very challenged in health. And by time moves on, all of a sudden they recognize, I've got the means to heal pretty much anything. Or if I can't heal it, at least I can learn how to live with it in the best possible way. So very, very powerful as we enter into this fall season in the Northern Hemisphere and the spring season in the Southern Hemisphere, that these next hexagrams are all going to be in the spleen center. They're all going to be involved in our health and well-being. And as we leave the sun in the 46, we see this extraordinary quality of really engaging with our body, honoring it, because it's a miracle, on legs. It really is a miracle that carries us through this life. I mean, who invented this thing? And we're here to have this life experience. And while the sun is in the 46th seat, we're pushing upward into heaven, right? May the fortunes be with you, right? As you shift your attitude, anytime your attitude is challenged, just see, let's turn this around. Let's see what's really possible here. All of the 192 lithiums are in our Book of Destinies. This is available in all kinds of good bookstores and on Amazon. And it's part of the trilogy of the Human Design books. Human Design book on the left side there, we've just approved it in Romanian. It's in 15 languages now. And the Book of Lines, all the hexagrams in the I Ching written out line by line as sutras, as statements for you to recognize, to tune into, to find out what is the frequency in this particular statement. How does that frequency relate to me? Life is all about being in tune, right? And we come here to be in tune with ourselves. And that's the whole deal. And our human design chart shows us how to do that. So